it's day 29. We're only about 180 miles from Hanamoanoa, and we've just in the middle of a rain squall. We've had everything. Last night we had 30 knots, we had nothing, we had bloody torrential rain and then nothing, and every little storm cell that came through had its own weather pattern, so it'd drop off, and you sort of the wind would get a bit fluky, and then all of a sudden it'd come back with a vengeance from a different angle. So it was reef in, reef out, headsail in, headsail out. We've got, I'll just swing around, that's looking to the north, and in the distance, it's only about a mile off our beam, is Baie. They've fared all right last night. This wind and that's not helping them, but the mast's staying up, which is good. I had a swing around to the bow, so I'll take you for a little wander, and we'll go and have a look at our rain catchment, which I think will have full tanks very soon. So in the front here we've got the hose into the deck, comes around out of the bag there, and you can see every time it so the bag's got water in it, and it's full, so we're just I'm waiting for the water to come out of the top of the fill, actually, because it's been pouring in through that bag. We'll have to make something a bit more permanent. It seems to be a very effective deck fill, so at some point that'll come, the water will come up out of the spout there. But we're doing what is it, 9:15 Marquises time. Let's have a so you can see Baie, and there's another boat just come in on AIS's Ribaloo. They're on their way through. We might go to full screen there. So we've done 106 nautical miles overnight. We've got 180 to go, and if I zoom, there we are there. There's Hanamoanoa. So we're going to this little island here called Tahuata, and we're going into a little bay around the side here called Baie Hanamoanoa, and we're going to rest up there before we go up here into this is Hanamoanoa here, and we're going to a little bay down here first. We've got a couple of days to get our scattered wits together, and that's our mark. So I need to move the mark over here, which will be a bit more than 180 by the time I move it. But yeah, we've what are we doing? between 5.5 and 7 knots. We're surfing down the waves a bit at the moment, but there we go. We're almost there. Come back here. Yeah, there. So there's, if I zoom in, that's Old Penelli. They're between them and us. We've been shadowing Matabelli here, and this is another one. They're just on their way through. So we'll keep going. The radar's picking up a few of the heavier rain squalls, but this current one seems to have passed through now, which is good. Come back out. Yeah, so we're a day at 5 knots. It'll be 120 mile in 24 hours. So we got 180 miles, so that's another 12. So 36 hours at 5 knots will get us in 9 o'clock. What is it? 9:15. So 9:15 tomorrow night at 5 knots. Anything we do over and above 5 knots will bring forward that arrival time. If we can do 6 or 7, then we might get in sort of mid-afternoon, which would be nice. We should see Hiva Oa by tomorrow morning. It's very mountainous, very high. I can see our fellow next door. We've got another rain squall behind us, going to hit us in a little while. But until then, there's us downstairs having a kip, and we've had breakfast. Yeah, we'll catch ya. Righto, day 29, and I've just burnt my little bloody chipolatas, so we're having an experimental lunch today. Maz wouldn't have a part of it. I think she has no sense of humour. But let's get one of these out. Oh. Righto. Bit of barbecue sauce. And a chorizo with barbecue sauce in a wrap. Ta-da! How good does that look? Hey? How good is that? So I'd need that. Say cheese. Yeah, I was washing the weed off the front of the bridle. Well, we were doing 2.5 to 3 knots. We're doing 6 knots, 5.9 and 8 knots over the deck. And we've got our friends here on Baie. We were 3 or 4 miles ahead of them overnight, just creeping ahead, so I dropped everything and went back to a half a headsail. Wind was 16 to 17 knots, and it was we were still, hang on, let me come around. Yep, we were still drawing away from them, so I pulled it in. We only had about 40% of the headsail out overnight, and we tended to match their speed with 17 over the deck, so plus 6 or 7, so about 25 knots I suppose overnight. And then the winds died off. We've got 8 knots over the deck now, and just the headsail wasn't doing it. And they caught us up, and within a couple of minutes had overtaken us, and now they're just in front of us, which is good, because if anything happens, it's a downwind sail to help them, whereas I really didn't want to have to turn around and go back upwind if something happened to them. So at the moment we're dead downwind, probably a little bit past dead downwind, but the kite's carrying it all right, and we've increased to 6 knots now, so which I think they're when I last looked at them on AIS, they were doing 5.5 knots, so we'll just sneak along with the kite up and catch them up. We'll have a look at the screen. So we've got 54.5 nautical miles to run. It tells us at this speed it's going to take 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. Depends on our actual speed. It calculates the time like every couple of seconds. So anyway, we're on course. We've not got, if I zoom in on there, let's get into here. Two of us together, and there's where we're going. So we're going around the side of that island down into a bay here, Baie Hanamoanoa, I think it is, on Tahuata. Tahuata's the island, and Baie Hanamoanoa is on the other side, and that's where we'll spend the night. And then the next day, or in a couple of days, we'll go up here into in here is where we have to check into find us again, zoom in. So they're a what's that, half a mile, a mile, they're a mile and a bit in front of us, and at this speed we should actually 6.5, 6.6, we should wind them in a bit. Speaking of wind them in, we've got a line out the back with a surface popper. Not doing much. We haven't really been doing any fishing because the I'll have to get a brace onto that spinnaker, because it's not playing the game. I need to get a second line on it, so I'll go and do that. Alright, that's it for now. So in the distance we can just see a landmass under the setting sun, which will be Hanamoanoa, just coming into view. We've got 40 miles left to run. It's very hazy, but we can see land on day 30. and our boat that we're sticking with is just up ahead. They're about 1.5 miles in front of us, and we're running the parasailer because we've got about 6 or 7 knots of wind over the deck, and running the generator as well because apart from right now, it's been overcast most of the day and we haven't gotten a lot of power into the batteries, so we're going to run that for a while just to top them up. But there we go. We'll step over all these lines and we'll sit down. There we go. Now, for an ocean as clean as the Pacific, this is what our boat looks like now after 30 days of sailing. The amount of critters and stuff on the boat is absolutely crazy. I'll go down the back and we'll have a look at the sugar scoops where the water comes up on the sugar scoop, and that's what's happened to us over the course of the last month. The water washing up and down on there, we've got all sorts of critters growing on the back step, and across on the other side there, barnacles galore on the boat. I don't know how they attach themselves with going at speed. What a beautiful sunset. Just see the sun through the clouds. Now, last night we'll be in probably another 6 hours, so we'll get in the dark, but it's an easy entrance into the bay. It's a nice large bay. We don't know how many boats are in there, so that's the wild card. We're just hoping it's not going to be packed, but there you go. It's our first step ashore in French Polynesia.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's no roads into this place. You can see how steep the hills are here. There's a road runs up and down the middle of the island, which is about maybe a kilometre from here. But yeah, the only access to this area is by water. We're just hoping that the dinghy's going to be safe there. When we came in, there was an awful lot of swell coming in. Nice little beach hut. Oh. Hey, we're in for 5 o'clock drinks.
Welcome to paradise.
Hey?
It says here, welcome to paradise.
Oh.
Pot and a fork.
Welcome to paradise. Yeah. But there we are. That's Baie Hanamoanoa that we're in. And got in here. This is our second full day, isn't it?
Yeah.
We got in 2 o'clock yesterday morning, had yesterday here
pretty much sleeping and a bit of tidying up, and then again a bit more tidying up today. And what do we got down the back? We got another dwelling. Not sure what this is or was. A bit of stuff in here. A bed of description. And part of a wheelbarrow. There you go. There is a building a bit further along. Looks more substantial than this hut. So we might even go for a wander along. Lots of little ants on the ground too.
Yeah.
Be careful of them. I don't know whether they bite or not. What do you reckon?
We could move in.
It's move in ready.